Some bonds simply cannot be broken, like the one between brothers.
I always knew that I was it. I was his backstop.
Philip Alexander is talking about Paul, who many knew as the man in the iron lung. He contracted polio at 5 years old, sent to a special ward at Old Parkland.
Being 4 years old in that little cage.
Sue Perry was there too.
I remember him in just little curly head sticking out of that iron lung.
Polio is a disease that attacks the nervous system of young children. The iron lung would stimulate breathing for those whose respiratory system was compromised.
At 7, they said, "Well, you've been here 2 years. Why don't you take him home to die?" And my dad just said, "Oh yeah, we'll see about that."
Paul would defy doctors and survive 73 more years, become a lawyer, write books, live a full but difficult life. Until this week at Clements University Hospital, Paul had COVID and a stomach virus.
I basically held that tube.
Philip had a brother he was honored to help, one last time, holding a breathing tube.
It was my last gift to my brother is a few breaths.
Yeah.
Sue Perry knows she's one of the lucky ones. Her left leg is weaker and she walks with a limp.
Well,
Hearing about Paul's passing was tough.
the first thing I thought about is I'm glad I got to meet him.
It was a reunion we captured 6 years ago, between patients 6 decades later.
He did so much and had such an impact on so many people's lives.
Philip will always remember Paul's last words to him.
He looked up at me and said, "We are perfect." And I just went, "Whoa, that's pretty strong."
Paul survived through one pandemic.
Only to succumb to another one.
Yes, Paul was the longest living iron lung patient in history, but Philip saw so much more.
I'm honored to have been his brother.
In DFW, I'm Jobin Puniker.